Hi, folks. It's Gary here, and a very warm welcome to the fourth official here on YouTube for a very special live stream with all the latest news regarding Rangers' brand new hunt for a manager for next season. And as you will have seen over the course of the last 24 hours, reports coming out of Italy and Spain linking the outgoing Real Madrid assistant manager Davide Ancelotti with the manager's role at Ibrox. Now, confirmed this morning from Chris Jack at the Rangers Review is that Davide Ancelotti is one of the names under consideration for the Rangers job at the moment, but at present he is just one of a number of names, and there is currently no front runner for the Rangers job, and discussions will continue over the course of the next couple of weeks, led, of course, by 49ers Enterprises Greta Steinson and also the incoming Director of Football, Kevin Thelwell. Other names believed to be on the shortlist alongside Davide Ancelotti includes the outgoing Sheffield Wednesday manager Danny Role, who is another manager who continues to have interest in the Rangers job. So we'll watch with interest, but certainly noise regarding Davide Ancelotti has grown over the course of the last kind of 24 hours, and he is a name that certainly from my perspective is a very interesting one. Someone who would come in that's got experience, maybe not as a first team manager, because of course this would be his first job in charge, but as an extensive coaching career under, of course, his legendary father Carlo, at the likes of Real Madrid and Everton, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich. So a manager who would come in that has got that experience of being in big clubs, managing big players, managing an expectation from the crowd of having to play attractive but winning football. And I think that's something that a lot of the other candidates, I think, for the role don't necessarily have in terms of that experience of having to win every week. Someone like a Russell Martin, for example, or a Danny Rowe that come from the English Championship, that it's okay to lose a game every now and again, that you can still manage your objectives in terms of getting promotion from the Championship up to the Premiership, even without a unblemished run. But in Scotland, you have to win, and you have to win every week, and you have to find ways of winning. And I think someone with the coaching CV of Davide Ancelotti, whilst he's not got that first team experience, it's very similar, I think, to when Steven Gerrard took the Rangers job now 6 years ago. Someone that would instantly come in and command the respect of the manager and of the playing staff. And he's someone that would come in with a fresh lick of paint, someone that's not got any ties to the club, someone that's got fresh ideas and would come in and assess, obviously, what needs to be a massive turnaround in terms of the playing staff for next season. Barry Ferguson in today's press conference ahead of tomorrow's final home league game of the season with Dundee United coming to Ibrox, mentioning the significant turnaround that's going to happen in the summer with players that are out of contract, loanee players that are going to come back into the reckoning, players that naturally will be moving on. So it's going to be a massive job for not only Davide Ancelotti, but also for Kevin Thelwell to come in and find a squad that's going to challenge for the European qualifiers, because that's going to come round really, really quickly. Now, some of the reports we saw breaking last night regarding Davide Ancelotti is, should he be the man that Rangers choose to go forward, is that he would be staying with his dad, Carlo, who's taking over as Brazil's national manager for their two ties in early June, before he would obviously come and take over first team duties at Ibrox. But that isn't necessarily a deal breaker for me, because obviously Rangers first team squad will, at the end of this week, jet off on their holidays for a few weeks and will not be back into full pre-season first team training until round about the middle of June anyway. And you would fully expect whoever the new man is whether he's not confirmed until June, to be doing a lot of work in the background in terms of assessing the current playing staff, working alongside Niels Coppin and Kevin Thelwell in terms of identifying talent to come into the squad that will supplement that, so that by the time those Champions League qualifiers come round, then the team is going to be ready to go, because those qualifiers are going to be absolutely crucial in terms of attempting to try and get Rangers into the riches of the Champions League, which is obviously what's attracting the 49ers enterprises into investing into the club and looking to obviously try and take that forward. One thing is absolutely for sure is that the club will absolutely need to hit the ground running when it comes to the beginning of next season. We saw what happened this year in terms of that slow start at Hampden, losing that tie with Dinamo Kiev, and the pressure that then put under Philippe Clement with drop points in the league early doors, and something that you really didn't recover from. Talking about that Barry Ferguson press conference today about the Dundee United game tomorrow, and Barry was asked about his own future, and in terms of what he said was that there's going to be conversations happening over the course of the next kind of week to 10 days with regards to his own future, but it's very much expected that he will be looking to move on, that he'll be getting some clarity with regards to his position. When asked about Davide Ancelotti, he stated that he doesn't know anything about him, if he's being honest. He knows that he's assistant to his dad, and his dad is one of the best managers. There's always going to be speculation. There's been speculation since he came in. All I can do is focus on the job for the remaining 2 games. And then Barry was asked about whether the role needs an experienced manager or could a novice handle the job. And Barry's then came out and stated that he can handle the job, and everyone's got their own opinion on what should be wanted with the job, but he doesn't feel that he's scared about the pressures of being in the role. And I think something that Barry, I think, has always backed his own ability in terms of wanting the job on a permanent basis beyond this season. Now, 5 wins and 13 is probably not going to be good enough for Barry to pass the audition, if this was an audition. Obviously, 2 games to go this season, starting tomorrow at Ibrox against Dundee United, and he'll certainly be looking to sign off his reign at Ibrox with another home win and build on what was a much more positive performance, particularly second half against Aberdeen on Sunday. And I don't expect there to be too many changes in terms of the Rangers lineup for tomorrow night, but it could be an opportunity for perhaps some potentially outgoing players to say their goodbyes to Ibrox. Obviously, a lot of speculation regarding the likes of Leon Balogun's future, maybe Tom Lawrence as well, with both of those players being out of contract. And it remains to be seen certainly what happens with regards to Leon Balogun. He's a player who, in the aftermath of the game on Sunday, suggested that he wants to stay, but there hasn't been any conversations yet with regards to his future. Tom Lawrence, a player that I very much expect to move on, but again got 10 minutes at the weekend, and I think there will continue to be maybe minutes for some of the younger players, the likes of kind of Bailey Rice, maybe Finlay Curtis being involved as well, but expecting something not too different from what we saw on Sunday tomorrow as Dundee United come calling. And full coverage of that Dundee United game will be here on the Fourth Official channels, both here on YouTube and also over on our Patreon channel. You can find us, it's patreon.com/the Fourth Official, and over there you can get all of our content. That's our podcasts, our match reaction, our columns, our opinions, and also access to our exclusive interviews. And you can get that for less than just £3 a month. We'd very much love to see you over there. It's a big thank you to you for watching on this one. We will speak to you next time. Goodbye.